Hey guys, Andy here. I'm going to tackle you today. One of the commonly asked questions of phone owners is what car mount do they use for their devices? A lot of people use sort of a generic universal car mount, but I tend not to like them if I can help it. There's always a bit of faffness. You've got to put the phone in with two hands because you normally it's some kind of clip you've got to expand to put the device in. They never look that good. Sometimes they're gripping on buttons on the side. There's all sorts of problems. So I generally go for, when they're out and available, the Brodit mounts. Normally the active version, so that means it plugs into your cigarette lighter and it charges the device while it's in the mount. The good people of Brodit sent me this one to try with the Note 5, which I very much appreciate. I've used a lot of their mounts in the past. I would guess maybe as many as 10 different types, and they've always been of a very good quality. The only thing that's concerned me this time, I asked them, does it use fast charging? And they said no, which is a bit of a disappointment. But we'll see. You can see there how they do all kinds of different mounts. Now, the thing that's slightly different, and I'm sure it'll probably annoy some people, is it comes in two parts, because you need the bit that's specific to your phone, and then you also need a bit that's specific to your car. So you kind of see there it's clipping into a car's around, I should say, the vent, not into the vent like a lot of things do. It's going to go round, and that's very, that's different for every car. It's very precise. It needs to clip into certain areas. So we get the screws there, and basically this back panel will screw onto that bit that I have for my car, but then the phone should slide, there we go, perfectly in, and generally is held very sturdily. It's got sort of a ball joint at the back there, which when I loosen it out a little bit means you can move it, and then you can tighten it back into place. Normally there's a little bit of movement if you need to, just to change the angle slightly. But I mean, once again, they look to, you can even get the stylus out. That's quite nice. So you can leave the stylus out while it's in this mount. The headphone jack is free. The speaker's reasonably free. So they do a good job of designing it specifically for your model of phone. It won't work. So I've got the Note 5. This won't work for the Note 4. There will be slight differences that mean it just doesn't fit in it properly. So the next thing then is to get it in the car and see how quickly it can charge. So here's the base plate, and here's the bit the phone fits into, and they just screw in together like that and kind of lock in place. Gives you some flexibility to move it around, but it's pretty stiff and firm generally, which is what you want, obviously. It might in some ways look a bit messy, but actually I think it's quite a neat, as far as chargers go. That's, we've come back to the point of view of the driver. Generally I would say that's relatively neat. There's no wires actually dangling around anywhere, and as you can see, it can be fitted using just the one hand, as I've just done, because as you can see in the reflection I'm holding the camera. But as the camera focuses, you can see it just has cable charging. Now that doesn't make a massive difference at 90%. It wouldn't really fast charge much at that point anyway, but it does mean it's not saying fast charge. So if you're on a low power, it's not going to charge that quick. And in fact, I did get pretty poor results. Two different stints, both down around sort of 20 and 30% on the device. 12 minutes did 11%, 45 minutes did 20%. Now both times that was using Bluetooth and sat-nav, so it was taking it pretty hardcore. But still, those aren't good results for a car charger. But I thought to myself, well, hang on, you can unscrew the little front plate and you can remove the micro USB bit. So I thought, well, maybe I can just make it a quick charge. So you can see there the two screws, when it focuses, the two screws on the back, you simply undo those. The front piece kind of just comes off then, and you can remove the Brodit. It's actually like an L-shaped one to make it a bit neater. And obviously mine is a straight micro USB, but there's my Qualcomm 2.0 certified charger, and then I kind of screwed it and glued it back into place because the cable, the micro USB bit was slightly thicker, but it's now pretty sturdy. I let it set with the phone in there just to make sure it kind of set with the micro USB in the right place, and now I've got a quick charging Brodit Pro Clip Note 5 car mount. So my big warning, unless you're prepared to do a bit of hackery yourself, it probably isn't the right car charger, which is a shame. It's it's an expensive quality device, but they've not included quick charge. But you can fairly easily hack it and make it quick charge yourself. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.